This video is going to be about my thoughts and feelings on things. We're entering into a really dangerous period. The church is being persecuted, not just in other countries around the world, but in our own country now, and is getting very dangerous for Christians everywhere. They were having a trial, which I was watching a video on, of these two pastors that are being found guilty just simply for having church and feeding the poor. That's all they're guilty of. And they're on trial right now, and from what I hear, it looks like they're going to be convicted of, I don't know what. They haven't broken any laws, but they're going to be convicted for having church, basically. And we have a very, now this is only my opinion, but we have a very wicked and evil people that are posing as our government and our leaders, which they're supposed to be following the will of the people. They're supposed to be our servants, but they've put themselves above us, so that's no longer the case. They're putting all their rules and regulations, and we've got a certain person, I won't say who, that is putting rules out as fast as he can, his proclamations, as you would call it, out to the people that everybody is going to have to follow. But you can see that what they're putting out is this lie, these fakes. These people have been putting out these lies and fakes for a very long time, and now it is accelerating. So here's some more of my thoughts for tonight. I've been hearing a lot that we don't have one government, we have two. And not one president, but we have two now. Because I've been seeing a lot of photos of Biden, but he doesn't seem to be in the White House. In fact, he looks like he's in some southern state or something. They were showing him, he's supposedly walking through the gardens over there by the White House, but he didn't have a coat on, with Kamala Harris, and they were both dressed like they were in summer outfits. So I think that he's actually in California, because they had the inauguration, and the background when he was in the White House was the wrong background. It looked like the White House, but out the windows it wasn't the White House. It was showing some other kind of background. And he didn't have the right stuff on the desk. So I think that he is showing he is leading from California. That's where he's at. And Trump, he's in Florida. So one's on the East Coast and one is on the West Coast. And each one has their followers and their servants and people that they tell what to do in each one. And so there's two camps right now, a Trump camp and a Biden camp. So this is very confusing times that we live in. Very confusing times. But you can see both groups are fighting for their worldview, their how they want to run things, how they want the United States to be or not to be. And I believe, in my own personal opinion, Biden and Kamala, I think they want to bring the United States down completely so that it will be absorbed into this new world power, this world government. We'll just be a part of it. And so they've got to bring the United States down, and China will be the ultimate power in that. They will be the top dog. The United States will be just a lowly, if anything, country. We may not even exist once they get through. Who knows? Because they're sure tearing this place apart right now. They're in such a hurry to tear the United States down That's why he signed so many of these executive orders in such a short amount of time. They're in a hurry, a real hurry, to do this. I think they're actually behind schedule in what they had planned for the United States and for the world. And so that's why they're in such a hurry to sign all these executive orders and get all this stuff done. They're actually behind the plan that they had planned. They were behind, and so now they've got to catch up. And so now that's why they're in a real hurry to get all this stuff done. But in the process, it's causing major chaos and consternation in the United States, but I believe it's going to be in the United States and around the world. Things are going to get harder and worse, and you're going to see major pain and agony on the world and on the people of the world. It's going to get ugly for a little while. But hopefully people will wake up. This will wake people up, and they'll realize what real freedom is and what they really need to fight for, and what kind of a world they really want. Whether they want that kind of a world, what Biden and Kamala and all these and those groups, Clinton and Obama, if they want that kind of a world, or do they want the kind of world that Trump was trying to give us, which was freedom and everything back to the people, where the people controlled it, not the oligarchs. So that's the choice that we're going to have: one nation under God, or one nation under a world government. That's what our choice is going to be. And so we've got a choice right now, and there's not going to be any in between, because you're going to have to choose one or the other, or, well, you're just going to have to choose one or the other. There's not going to be no in between. And I have a feeling with everything going on too, they think the world population is there's way too many people, and so they're in the process of the purge, and that's why there's shortages of everything, because they're purging the world. Too many people, so they've got to get rid of billions of people. So that's what they're in the process of doing right now. And of course, this has been the plan all along. They've been working on getting rid of people forever. That's the reason why we have so much suffering in the world. All this suffering was done on purpose. That's what these people have been doing on purpose. These are so-called leaders and rulers. They've been killing the people off, but they haven't been able to do it fast enough, not for them. So now they're coming up with ways to do it even faster. So that's why they're shutting everything down and causing as much misery as possible. They're behind on their plans, so they're accelerating it. You see it every day, bring out more and more and more rules to shut things down more and more. Our energy, food supply, anything and everything, businesses, anything and everything they can shut down. That's what they're doing. They'll say they're not doing it, but that's exactly what they are doing. And anybody that looks at what's going on knows that that's exactly what is going on. But it's going to be up to us to choose whether we want to go along with this or we want to go against it. And we want something different for our world. Something with life and love, and where we're able to have life and life more abundantly, or have death and have death with the earth, with the people, because that's what their ultimate goal is. Is to destroy, kill, steal, and destroy. Their God is the devil. So we have a choice whether we're going to choose God or we're going to choose the devil. And that's what these these people, that's what they worship. So that's going to be our choice in the future here. Well, that's our choice right now. What we're going to choose. Either we're going to choose life or we're going to choose death. That's the simple, really the simple answer of it. And of course, that's why they're going after the churches, and they're going after God's people, the Jews. They've always been after the Jews, and they've always been after the Christians. That's the reason why the Christians have been persecuted all over the world, because they hate the Christians and they hate the Jews. That's the two biggest groups that they'd be going after all over the world. And the United States has been pretty free from that up until now. And now you're seeing the attack on the churches, and you can see the attack on the